Hey up guys! So today's movie that I'm going to be reviewing is actually my #1 anticipated film of 2021, Minari, which was written and directed by Issac Chung. Minari was my last big ticket movie that I needed to see for my Oscar season coverage, and all I've heard when it comes to this film is just love and admiration, so I was a little bit nervous it might not live up to expectations, but I finally saw it last night as part of the Glasgow Film Festival lineup, and after it finished, I just breathed a sigh of relief because all the adoration this film has been receiving is totally justified. I loved Minari. It's this tender little film about this Korean-American family called the Yi family. The father, Jacob, played by Yeun, moves his wife and 2 kids from their small California apartment to a trailer in Arkansas, but with a lot of land. Jacob has aspirations of growing his own Korean vegetables and produce and selling them to wholesalers. He wants a slice of that American dream. It's set in the 80s and is loosely based off Issac Chung's own childhood. His father was a farmer, so it's a very personal and intimate film. We watch as the Yi family adapt to this new rural lifestyle of theirs, as well as face the setbacks and obstacles that come with being self-reliant. It's a family drama with sprinkles of domestic comedy thrown into the mix. If you guys are enjoying this video, please do help support my channel by hitting that thumbs up button. If you have seen Minari, let me know what you thought of it in that comment section down below. For more movie, TV, and Oscars related content, don't forget to click subscribe. First thing I want to say about Minari is that the performances are magnificent. This is a strong ensemble. I'm so glad they got the SAG Ensemble nomination. This is easily Yeun's best performance to date as the Yi patriarch, trying so hard to provide for his family and prove to them that he can be a success. You can see in the way that Yeun carries himself in this film that there's a lot of internal pressure for him to provide for his family. Excellent job here. I really hope he gets the Oscar nomination for Best Actor. Yeri is great as wife and mother Monica. She has her reservations about the farm and her marriage to Jacob, and she's also struggling with loneliness in this new rural lifestyle of theirs. It's a very lovely performance. Alan S. Kim, who plays the cute and slightly mischievous son David, he was so gleeful to watch. Noel, who plays the daughter Anne, she probably is the least developed of the Yi family, but she's still good. And last but by certainly no means least, we have the scene stealer Youn, who plays the grandmother Sunja, who comes to live with the family and help take care of the kids. She has a really lovely arc with her grandson David, because at first David isn't so keen on his grandma because he has to share his bedroom with her, and he says she smells like Korea and that she's not a real grandmother because she doesn't bake cookies and she swears too much. She's definitely the comic relief because she's one of those grannies with no filters, you know, who points out obese Americans in shirts and taunts her own grandson for wetting the bed, which does lead to a priceless scene involving Mountain Dew. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't want to spoil it for you, but it's brilliant. But she brings more than just humor. She brings wisdom and sweetness to the film, as well as chili powder and anchovies. Don't ask, it's a thing. It's really sweet to watch the bond between grandmother and grandson blossom throughout this film. It's very touching, and now that I've seen all the Best Supporting Actress contenders this year, my heart really wants Youn to win the Oscar. But who I want to see win isn't necessarily who I think is going to win. But do let me know who you think is going to win Best Supporting Actress in that comment section down below. The cinematography in Minari is gorgeous. Lachlan Milne really makes the most of the stunning scenery. There's a real warmth to Minari. The score by Emile Mosseri is delicate and melancholy, like Issac Chung is taking us on a trip back to a more simple and idyllic time in his life. I also love Issac Chung's script. While he does lightly touch upon issues like racism and assimilating into a white community, the story is more about a family trying to get by. Yes, it is a Korean family drama, but it's not exclusively a Korean family drama. Race actually plays very little part in the overall story, which is why despite the film mostly being in Korean, it will still be quite accessible to a wider audience because fundamentally it is a film about family. And who of us out there can't relate to that? So what are Minari's Oscars chances? I think Minari is going to get itself a fair few nominations this year. I can see it definitely be nominated for Best Picture, as well as Best Director, Best Actor for Yeun, Best Supporting Actress for Youn. I could see it potentially being nominated for cinematography, editing, as well as Best Original Screenplay. And I do think Youn does have a credible chance of winning Best Supporting Actress, but we need to see how the precursors go. Does Glenn Close have the narrative, etc.? It could even be a dark horse for Best Picture, Minari. A lot of people are ruling it out already because they're saying we can't have two Korean films win Best Picture back to back after Parasite made the history-making win last year. But I don't know. Like, there's a universality to Minari, which I think is quite appealing to voters. It's a very sweet, lovely film with messages about family, the American dream, and carving your own path. That stuff really resonates with voters, so I wouldn't rule out Minari just yet. Plus, if it did win, it would prove that Parasite's win last year wasn't a fluke, but I still think it is a long shot. Sometimes we expect too much from the Academy, and they very rarely get it right. For every Parasite victory, there's a Green Book victory. So it's time to ask them questions. Firstly, would I watch it again? Yes, I loved Minari. I want to own it and add it to my collection. Question 2, do I recommend it for you guys? Absolutely. Even if you're not a fan of like subtitled films, Minari is just such a joy to watch. It's kind of like going home for Christmas and being with your family and just being surrounded by warmth and coziness and having that lovely family feeling. It's just a really lovely movie. The themes are familiar, but it also presents an interesting perspective on the whole American dream thing. So yeah, I strongly recommend that everybody watches Minari. And third question, what score do I give out of 10? I'm going to give Minari a score of 9 out of 10. Thanks so much for watching this review, guys. If you have seen Minari, please do let me know what you thought of it in that comment section down below. Do you think it's going to win any Oscars? If you guys have enjoyed this video, do help support my channel by hitting that thumbs up button. If you want more movie, TV, and Oscars related content, don't forget to click subscribe. And for all my social media links, those are in that video description down below. Thanks so much for watching, guys. For more things related to movies, TV, and popcorn culture, I'm Luke Airfield, and I'll see you next time.